Hello, everyone. Our team Youth Lead was part of the 2024 cohort for the Whole Community Connection, which, as you know, is a leadership program designed for community academic partners and supported by the Kenan Charitable Trust. We are so very excited to share some of our work over the last year, as well as some of our next steps for not just 2025, but beyond. So, to remind us all, Youth Lead stands for Youth Learning and Empowering Through Agriculture to Promote Development. Youth Lead has a wonderful, wonderful multi-partner structure. We have our Golden Organic Farms partners, our UNC-Chapel Hill partners, as well as our amazing Youth Lead agricultural ambassadors. These were our inaugural ambassadors, Bryceson, Reanna, and Troy, who brought their motivation, their excitement, their engagement, and their voice to all of our youth lead events over the last year. And so when we were in the beginning phases of designing our elevator pitch, we really wanted to capitalize and really make sure that it was clear that Youth Lead was building upon existing strengths in the Edgecombe community. And so our elevator pitch and how we have described and continue to describe Youth Lead is that Youth Lead builds upon the strengths of the Tarboro and Princeville communities, and that this partnership is focused on the creation of learning spaces that integrate agricultural and STEAM education, cultural history awareness, and food justice principles with the goal of building sustainable food systems as well as promoting sustained youth and community development in Edgecombe community. So our Indigenous communication path was really a catalyst for how we communicated, how we both envisioned and communicated our broader mission. And so in the beginning, we highlighted all of the events that we were designing for youth. And through that process, we realized that these events, which were focused on helping youth learn more about how to cultivate the land and how to grow, uh, that our process and our mission was really cultivating youth and community strengths. And so that remains a tagline that we use as a guide for our work even now. So there are several metrics for impact that we have used and will continue to use. One of our initial metrics was our ability to recruit our inaugural Youth Lead agricultural ambassadors. And so early on in 2024, we put out a call and recruited three amazing youth leaders in the Edgecombe community who have participated and engaged in our events and shared with us and committed to working in partnership with Golden Organic Farms. And so all of the Youth Lead team members have reflections on Youth Lead impacts. However, we've asked Mary Lizzie Booz, who has been the coordinator, an integral asset to the Youth Lead team, to share some of her reflection on Youth Lead and their impacts.
Through mentorship and resources, students were empowered to critically reflect and identify the assets and the needs within their community. And so through this program, they are able to engage, learn, and apply real-world methods and technical skills that were needed that are used by professionals within their field. And so it was wonderful to see them model and adapt and to learn over time and to see how willing and engaged they were inside of this process. Through
So we have several other impacts. Our agriculture ambassadors this summer, in collaboration with Freedom.org, were part of their Farm Olympics 2024, which is a summer camp for youth in the Edgecombe community. Also, our agricultural ambassadors attended and participated in the Princeville Homecoming event this late summer. Also, we have worked to design what we consider to be integrative and innovative learning experiences for youth. And so our agricultural ambassadors have had the opportunity to participate in a crop planning and drone mapping workshop led by Javier Nazario. One of our loved youth lead team members. They had the opportunity not just to learn how to fly a drone, but also to use drone mapping technology to plan crops and design their crop plan. Also, led by Kendrick Ransome, we hosted a soil testing sampling workshop where you've had the opportunity to have hands-on experience collecting soil samples, but to also learn more about the science of what soil samples and soil testing tells us and its connection and relevance for agriculture and farming. Recently, the Youth Lead team hosted a food policy workshop, which was led by the Just Foods Collaborative. And this was an opportunity for our agricultural ambassadors to learn about food justice, as well as to learn more about organizations and collaboratives in the Edgecombe and Nash community who are working to increase food access and to build sustainable food systems in the Edgecombe and Nash communities.
Mainly around leadership and how to provide better direction for the youth. Seeing them engage with agriculture has been really inspiring. Lets us know that what we're doing is the right thing to do, and we're well on the way with restructuring what it's like to grow in Edgecombe County.
And continuing this program and working with youth in Edgecombe County, and we're super grateful for our youth ambassadors for their dedication over the year.
Program has taught us to acknowledge how members of teams and communities have different ways of thinking about how to approach and solve a problem. But we also learned that we can navigate these differences by finding shared topics or concepts that we can use to reach across the aisle. In my experience, food is a topic that can engage people with a wide range of viewpoints. So I think it is very valuable that we are working with communities to develop leadership skills around the topic of food sovereignty. Food can be approached from different disciplines, be it from biology, public policy, or engineering, just to mention a few. So I'm very glad that we have been collaborating with community members, which allow us to expand the language we use about food, which ultimately is a valuable tool for nurturing leaders that can reach across the aisle.
Almost 1 year ago, we started to build a shared vision for Youth Lead to build agricultural, STEM, learning, and leadership development opportunities for youth in Edgecombe and Nash counties, while also working toward food justice in those same communities. Our shared goals and strategies were not just to bring this project to fruition, but to sustain it. Working with the Youth Lead team and youth ambassadors has been an amazing experience. We all brought our unique strengths and capabilities to the table and further enhanced our partnership. Our leadership development sessions helped us grow as a team, learn more about other important and impactful partnerships in Edgecombe, Nash, and Robinson communities, and to reflect upon my own leadership orientation and to lead into it. I am looking forward to the next iteration of Youth Lead and our growing impact on youth in the Edgecombe community. So as we have shared our goals, our mission, our process, things that Youth Lead has accomplished over the last year, we wanted to leave you with our next steps, both in the short term and in the long term, because as we all know, short-term goals lead to long-term success. And so in the short term, some of our goals include the conclusion of our Youth Lead events for 2024. That includes the Youth Lead Ambassadors' final project presentations, as well as a community celebration and dinner open to the community, as well as their families. Harvest Day, Meat Processing Day, which will be led by Kendrick and Ina, and open to our agricultural ambassadors. As we conclude our events, the Youth Lead team also plans to reflect on things that we've done well, our strengths, and things that we can continue to build on, as well as things that we can work to improve over the next iteration of Youth Lead. And also, our youth ambassadors will be designing a brief promotional video highlighting their own experiences and reflections as a member of the Youth Lead team, as well as their own views about food justice and advocacy in the Edgecombe community. In the longer term, our primary goal is to continue to build capacity for Youth Lead. That includes refining our curriculum for the next year, as well as thinking about new innovative ways both to engage and further develop our agricultural ambassadors. Also, one of our longer term goals is really to continue to think about how we can expand our youth and community impact through our existing and new partnerships. And then our last two long-term goals over the next year and beyond entail formalizing our agricultural ambassador and youth evaluations and formalizing a support structure for not just our 2025 Youth Lead events, but beyond. So, as we have shared our next steps and what we hope to do, we wanted to leave you with the quote: "Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved." We're looking forward to the next chapter and so happy that you all could be a part of this journey with us.